Welcome back to the New Testament of the Year, and we're in 2 Corinthians 4, and there's so much brilliant stuff in this passage, and a lot of Paul talking about like the reality of the life they're living. They are hard pressed on every side. There's loads that's going on, there's loads that's going wrong, and yet the kind of overarching kind of message of this part of the passage is basically it's all good. Despite all that we're going, we don't lose heart, because although outwardly there's all this stuff we're wasting away, inside there's the light, the life of the gospel, that God has shone in us, that there's this hope that we have, the joy that we have, the truth that we have, and we're these broken vessels, these clay pots, jars of clay. Well, they're just cheap old things that are easily broken, and we are easily broken by this world, are easily damaged, and yet inside what we have is the gospel. We have the light of God that is shining on us. And one thing I was thinking about for this passage today that got me thinking about from a bit fairly early on is, what does this mean for us in our witness to others, or in those that we're longing to see come to know Jesus, that they would have the light of his love, the light of his truth shining on them and in them. And it talks about in verse 4 that the God of this age, so in other words Satan, has blinded the minds of unbelievers so that they cannot see the light of the gospel of the glory of Christ, which is the image of God. There's a spiritual blindness that people can't see. And I don't know if you've ever experienced that in friends, family that don't know Jesus. Like, why can they not get it? Why are they not hungering for him? Why do they not see how much he loves them? And because it's this same God who said, let light shine out of darkness, the one that created light, who is light, he shone his light on us. And when he shone his light on us, we saw, at whatever age or stage of life we were at, there was a point in our life, those of us that know him and know how much he loves us, that there was truth came into our lives, and we saw that the light was shining on us. And I suppose really what that does for me is it makes me, as I read this passage, just want to turn this into a prayer, because if there are people in my life, and there are, that I'm longing that they would come to know Jesus, that I've got to recognise first that they're being blinded. There's the God of this age has blinded their eyes, so they can't see how much God loves them. They can't see how much they need him. They can't see all the grace and mercy that he would have for them. So I want to turn that into a prayer for my friends and family, to start with, say, God, would you open their eyes, and realise. And I think also, as well as I want to pray for them by using this passage, and that's what I'm going to do in a sec, but it also gives me hope that although I am just this jar of clay, there's nothing special about me that's going to make my friends say, I want what she's got. But what there is nothing special about me, but what there is the light of life of Christ inside of me. And I can get hung up on all that I'm not, but what I do have is him, and his light is going to keep shining out of this jar of clay, and out of you. You're also a jar of clay. So I want to suggest that as you turn this video off, just to spend some time praying for those that you love, that you want to see them come to know Jesus. Pray that their eyes would be open, that they would see God and how much he has for them. Have a great day. See you. Bye.